Welcome back to the show. I'm Ricky Martin's body double, Joe Rodriguez. It's a solo episode, another solo episode. I need some friends, dude. I need some friends. We had a couple of earthquakes this week. If you're in California, a 5 something recently shook. The epicenter was in Barstow, which is in the desert. So the cacti were shaking. They're like, oh, maybe we'll actually fall over this time and end our cruel life. Maybe I'm gonna die and reincarnate as a water plant. I'm gonna reincarnate as seaweed. Just the opposite of my life, my shitty desert life. Yeah, so we had a 5.6 or a 5.7 in Barstow, and then we had another one in 1 week. Hitting in South Pasadena was the epicenter. I was terrified. I was scared. And they always say to run under the furniture. Oh, you want me to get under my IKEA couch? Cool. Cool, bro. The IKEA desk that I put together backwards, I'll be down there like, oh yeah, remember when I made my own screw hole because I didn't put it together right and the holes weren't lining up? Oh yeah. I hope this saves me from the big one. Whoa. It's lasting so far. Whoops, there goes a leg. I guess we'll put my arm there. IKEA furniture. 99% of California has IKEA furniture. And it's doing well. I guess the pressed board from Switzerland or wherever IKEA, the country of IKEA, bro, is coming good. The furniture is good. The pressed board is good. It's supporting the earthquakes. So thank you, IKEA. I can never put IKEA stuff together the right way, And they keep putting on the manuals like 2-man job. It's almost like the more people that I have involved, the more confusing it gets. I have my partner going, no, it's this one. This is the screw. Or, and then I'm FaceTiming my mom and she's like, I think that you have to like restart. I think it's upside down, and then I'm just like scratching my head and I'm like, we're going to improvise. Here, I have a shoe and a nail and I'm just going to hit it until we have a hole. It's crazy. Can never put IKEA stuff together the right way. And I don't understand those manuals. What do they want me to do? They have those hieroglyph manuals with no words. The guy has no clothes on. I'm like, oh, I guess I have to get into my birthday suit to put this couch together. Oh, nice. I'll shave my nose off. He has no nose. This guy has no nose. That's how you put it together. Oh, we figured it out. Yeah. A shake, senora. Shake it like it's right. Shake, senora. Hope you built your desk right. This last earthquake, the one in Pasadena, I got so scared, I ran to my doorway this time. Under the door, under the doorway. Calling my mom. What is my mom gonna do? She's in Florida. My mom's in America's dissolving biscotti state. What is she gonna do? She's like, oh, that's crazy. I'm like, Mom, there was an earthquake. My voice is quaking now. Give me a Quaker Oats quake. I'm quaking. Light a candle for me, Mom. Go to church and pray. I'm scared. I was scared. Did you read this article in Yahoo Finance? A California homeowner spent $200,000 on her house to be renovated, only to be dropped by her insurance provider, which is USAA. They dropped her, and they said that they flew a drone over the property, and they saw a lot of clutter that was causing risky clutter. Maybe they saw gas tanks. We don't even know, And I hear the word remodel, and I go, oh, yeah. She was trying to burn it down. She was trying to burn that house down. No one gets into a remodel and feels like they made the right decision. I've watched HGTV, okay? I've seen it. People don't like their renovations. Like, it'll be like a couple that flips houses. John and Marie spent $1.5 million to make $400,000. They're still in the negative and they're now single because they divorced. John and Marie are now liquidating their Mercedes for pants, for clothes and pants and jeans, and they need to each find an apartment. They need to each live somewhere. Yeah, so this California homeowner, it actually came out that like lots of homeowners are now saying that the drones are flying and they're like, finding things that are making the insurance companies drop them. And there's over 40 that are part of this group that actually studies the houses, and they send the drones out. It's called Geospatial Insurance Consortium, GIC. And they fly the drones and they look and they go, oh yeah, this is bad. Look, she doesn't weed whack. Oh, that could lead to termites. The termites are going to grab the weeds and climb into the house and drop them. And then it's off. And I'm not surprised by this. I'm not surprised. This is our life. This is how we live. We live in a camera world. We're in that part of Willy Wonka where there's multiple cameras and they shrink you down and you're on TV. And that's our life now. We live in a TikTok universe. This is our life. Pretty soon they're going to have attachments for the arms and people are going to literally like embed a ring light into their arm. And, oh yeah, did you get the C clamp or the B clamp? And, oh, mine's got 30 watts of power and you're going to hold it like this. Hey, what's up, friends? Listen to my podcast. That's our reality. Like, I just bought my dad Ray-Ban sunglasses with cameras on the side. There's no privacy. You have to embrace your body. Embrace your body. Embrace your faults, your crooked nose, and your body fat. You got to embrace it. There is no privacy. Okay? I got my dad these Ray-Ban sunglasses. Now every inch of him is connected to the internet. He's got the cell phone, the ear thing, and then the wrist, and then now the glasses. He's becoming a Wi-Fi router. My dad is becoming a Wi-Fi router. I'm building a modem. This is our reality. Did you guys see Tim Walz on Anderson Cooper 360? Also, why is it called Anderson Cooper 360? I want a rotating stage. We should see 360 degrees of Anderson Cooper. Bzzz. And he's like, okay, and our next guest is Tim Walz, and he's turning. Come on. What am I paying cable for? Come on. I didn't watch it on cable. I'm a millennial. I get my news from social media. Tim Walz went on Anderson Cooper 360 and he talked about quail hunting. This guy talked very fast, so it was hard to keep up with everything that Tim Walz said. But I wrote down what he said that I want to talk about. He said, that's what J.D. Vance's stick is. Talking about guns. I guarantee you he can't shoot pheasants like I can. And I go, what is a pheasant? What the fuck is he talking about? And the more you think about it, the more these politicians are shooting pheasants and quails and little birds. What do they have against little birds? Let them fly. Let them be fluffy. These little birds, they look cute. I kind of want to just touch it against my cheek. If I could build a whole bed out of quails, I would. I would still let them live. Maybe I would crush it with my body, but I would still buy a new leg for the quail or whatever. I'm not trying to kill a quail. Okay? And I don't need an AK-47 and I don't need a rifle to kill a quail. It's like, go get another hobby. Try solitaire. It's pretty fun with a glass of wine. I don't know why you got to shoot quails. I actually looked up the quail versus pheasant because I remember that Dick Cheney shot a lawyer and he was like, oh, I was trying to shoot a quail. He's just got that fluffy hair that made him look like a pheasant. Or a quail. I don't fucking know. Anyways, there's game birds. And these are the game birds, okay? Pheasant, quail, woodcock, partridge, and a goose. I have no idea what a goose is. A goose is a rude goose. It's a goose. You go to the restaurant, you go, do you have any goose? They go, what are you talking about? I want rude goose. I have a goose in my car, but it's not rude. Can you maybe toughen it up? Can it work here for 3 days and then will it be rude? They're like, oh yeah, the busters are rude. They have a tough life. They're rude. You go, okay, cool. I want my goose rude, okay? I want a goose. And they're like, oh, goose is a whole nother species of bird. No, it's not. I looked at social media. Gooses are rude gooses. So, yeah. I also looked up, like, the fat content of these birds is very low. The fat content of a goose is minimal. It's just kind of like eating rubber meat. You know how you get, like, chicken breast and sometimes you're like, oh, chicken gum. Cool. I can munch on this for 3 days. Forget trying it. I got chicken gum. Nice. You know, that's how low-fat animals taste. You know, you got to have some fat. You got to have marbling in the fat. And so what does the goose even taste like? What is the quail? Why are you killing a quail, dude? Leave the quails alone. I'm going to start a Twitter that's quails for Bernie Sanders, you know? Does Bernie hunt? I don't even know. Quails for the independents. What party are you registered with? I'm registered with the Game Birds of America. They demand more feathers and less bullets. Quails for solitaire. Play solitaire. I'm glad the Olympics are ending. Tom Cruise jumped out of the thing, and we can now move on to other conversations. I can have, less people asking me about Olympics and more about movies that I haven't seen. It's great. I love it. I love being asked about things that I don't know. I don't know anything. And listen, I tried. I had the Olympics on in the background. I had it at a low volume. I really made an attempt. I was like, I need Simone Biles, whatever happens, I need it in the subconscious of my brain. Yes, I'm going to like clean and watch Twitter or whatever, but I still need the Olympics on. I got to know some things because it's just going to be brought up. Oh, did you see she won a platinum? Yeah, they're not doing gold this year. They're doing platinum. Okay, cool. Yeah. You can just go, yeah, I saw that. And you didn't, but it was in the background, And the amount of kids that were conceived during the Olympics this year is very high, but I bet you that the amount of kids that are conceived with the Olympics on in the background is very high. Think about it. And maybe those are the future Olympians. There's certain sports that I don't get. I saw rugby. There's no rules to rugby. No rules. You can put razor blades in your knee pad if you want. They're stomping on each other. They got that deflated ball. They found a basketball in the parking lot and they said, take some air out. There's no rules to rugby. We just got to make up our own things. You got to recreate the game, bro. You got to reinvent the wheel. We got to go kick this between those two sticks. And you're like, oh, like the thing, the thing that football uses. And they're like, no, it's just two sticks. In fact, if you want to tackle someone in the crowd, you can tackle someone in the crowd. I'm going to drive my BMW onto the court this time and really catch the attention. Forget working out. Now you can just bring your car. Yeah. Just run people over. Yeah. I'm lucky because I have a work gym. I have a gym at my job and I work in an office. And it's crazy the amount of people that want to work out. Because, why scroll your phone in a cube when you can go do it on a sit-up machine? It's a break from the office stuff. And so, I just think it's funny if we become like a really ripped office, like we all become really ripped and muscular. And then maybe we'll be in the Olympics. This year's American disc team was recruited from the communications department on the 8th floor of an nondescript office building in Burbank. Yeah, these people had a work gym and they really just worked out their trapezoids. Look at the triceps on this gentleman. And he's just like popping out of a work shirt. The buttons are popping. The American office team is going to have a competition and they hope to win gold in who can fill out a Google sheet the fastest. Who can add the most people from the company to a Google sheet within 3 seconds. It's going to add categories to the Olympics. On Monday, August 5th, at the Ritz-Carlton in San Francisco, Half Moon Bay, There was the Michelin Guide ceremony. The 2024 Michelin Guide ceremony was at the Ritz-Carlton Half Moon Bay Resort, located on the San Francisco Peninsula. And all these chefs and restaurateurs came for their stars. They want stars. And, I don't know what it takes to become a Michelin chef. Maybe they got to marinate a tire and cook a tire good for make it taste good, make rubber taste good. And that's how you become a Michelin chef. I never understand fancy food. Fancy food always has foam. What is the foam? I barely like the foam on a latte. I want it mixed in, for the flavor. No one likes foam. What is foam? I'm foaming at the mouth talking about foam. I looked it up, and the Michelin Guide started in the year 1900 because of a French tire company called Michelin. They wanted to sell more tires. So they started a guide about hot restaurants that you would want to try out. And the thinking was that people would drive more and it would sell more tires. And then now we live in a world where Michelin is still the most popular tire brand, I think. And nobody's going to these restaurants. Nobody's going to the fancy restaurants. They're driving their Michelin tires to Taco Bell. It's weird. It's weird how things change, but good for these people. Good for these chefs. Did you hear about the mercury chess poisoning in Russia? A chess champion named Amina Abakarova put mercury poisoning on her competitor's chess pieces. You saw in the surveillance video, she put what looks like a thermometer, and she just drips a little bit on the pieces. And it's just kind of didn't she touch the mercury too? Maybe she's just immune to mercury. Or maybe chess players are just high the whole time. I saw Queen's Gambit. She can make up chess in her head. You know what I dream about? Crunchwrap Supremes. How do I make one? How do I make a Crunchwrap Supreme? She's playing chess. Yeah, mercury. They gotta do mercury. Also, chess is so complicated. To me, chess is advanced checkers. Checkers with nice pieces. Oh, you want to play checkers with a horse? Cool. You can go sit in a park and someone will ask you, hey man, can we play chess? And you go, no, I know checkers. And he's like, it's okay. You just gotta play checkers with horses. And you go, oh, I thought a queen was involved. And he's like, checkmate. And he already beat you. And you go, oh, you fucked me. And he's like, yeah, haha, I gotta win. And you go, whoa, what's that feeling? I feel weird. I can't breathe. He's like, I gave you mercury poisoning. What is chess? Is what I'm saying. What is chess? I can never understand game rules. Okay? People want to tell me the game rules. Here's how you play two slam dunks and a bird in a hole. You go, okay, cool, I'm listening. And they go, first, you have to shuffle the cards. And you're like, my brain is done. And then you go, bzzz, and you imagine lambs and goats and quails and everything else. And they're like, do you understand? And they've been talking for 5 minutes. And you go, uh-huh. And then you play the game and you don't know the rules. And they go, someone wasn't paying attention. And you were like, I was looking at you. That's the most effort I can make. I was looking at you while I was thinking about other things. My brain doesn't absorb new information. This is the same look that I have at Pep Boys when they try to tell me about oils. Sorry. I learned by trial and error. I learned error by putting Astroglide in my engine. Whoosh. All right, that's today's episode. If you'd like to watch videos of today's conversation, be sure to go to our YouTube Talk Show Podcast, handle Talk Show Joe Evie. You can also watch clips on my Instagram, Joe Rodriguez Comedy 1. Make sure to smash the 5-star rating button on your Apple Podcasts app or wherever you're listening. We'd appreciate the reviews. We'll see you next week.